fruitful bow, right? Which means really
It means be authentic. That's what a bow is. Authentic.
it says
Truthful. Rocky.
Genesis 20, 49-22, a fruitful bow. Bow is Hebrew 11:21, bond, right? Son, grandson, child, member of group. It says Strong's, a son, as a builder of a family name in the widest sense, relationship including grandson, subject, nation, right? So read that again.
This is Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bow.
It says he's a fruitful bow, right? Let's talk about the sons, the sons that's going to come out of him, right? That's talking about Ephraim and Manasseh. Because a bow is actually like another, it's like a branch, right? And if I have kids, they're branches from me, right? So that bow is talking about Ephraim and Manasseh coming out of Joseph.
We call bows here
Read that again.
Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well.
Right. It say fruitful bow, right, by a well. Wherever you have a well at, a well is water, right? And wherever you have a well at, if you notice, if you ever seen a well before, the vegetation around the well is what? Is real plentiful. It's green. If you see a tree by a well, that tree is getting nourished, right?
Good.
You know? So it says that fruitful bow, like we said, is gonna be his sons that sprung up out of him. Give me Psalms 127:3.
This Psalms 127:3. Lo, children are inheritance of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that have his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
27:3. Just read 3.
This Psalms 127:3. Lo, children are inheritance of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
Fruit of the womb is his reward, right? So it's a reward to have children, man. It's much more reward if you have a lot of children. And Ephraim, that name of Ephraim is fruitful, right? Meaning what? Ephraim will have a lot of children, right? So Ephraim will be blessed for having those children, man. You have something on.
Yeah, this is Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. Okay, and that's by Ronald Sanders. I'm gonna be reading off of page 30. A lost tribe discovered in New York. Page 30, a lost tribe discovered in New York.
But that ain't talking about, that's just the title of it, right? But the key is over here about, part right there. Okay. About, we on page 364. And it's dealing with Joseph, which is synonymous with Ephraim.
Salaki, that's chapter 30, page 364. Waving a banner high in the air, the Indian guide soon was greeted by a puff of smoke far beyond the other bank of the river. In response to his signal, the two men waited. Eventually, a canoe appeared bearing 3 men and a woman, all of them Indians, to the place where Francisco and Montezinas were standing at the water's edge. The woman got off and spoke to Francisco in an Indian tongue that Montesinos could not understand. Although he could perceive that he was being identified in the conversation, she then turned to her male companions to explain the situation. Upon hearing her words, they rose, went over to Montesinos, and to his utter astonishment said, Shema Yisrael Adana Adonai Salakia Adonai Elohinu Adonai Yuhad.
Which is when we say in Paleo, we say Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Allah Yahweh Yahweh Echad. That's how we say it in Paleo.
Deuteronomy 6, 4 and Mark 12 and 13.
This Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
Mm-hmm. That's what we just said. Shema Yasha Allah Allah Yahweh Yahweh Echad. Go read it again. It's in English.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our power. He is one Lord.
The Lord is our power. Yahweh. Right? That's our power. Yah meaning he, Power meaning exist. Right? And his son Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai meaning deliver, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that's our power, man. Right.
All right, this is Mark chapter 12, verse 30.
You got a red letter Bible. That's who the world enemy called Jesus. Yahweh Shai saying the same thing.
God. If you didn't hear that, the brother was saying, you got a red letter Bible. What's being quoted right here in Mark, right? What's the brother got right here? He got a red letter Bible too. He says he's quoting that from Deuteronomy 6th chapter. Yahweh Shai.
All right, this is Mark chapter 12, verse 30. And thou shalt love the Most High thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
God. You know, and that's love right there. That you walk in the commandments.
The 12 and 30.
29.
Okay. This is verse 29. Mark chapter 12, verse 29. And Yahweh Shai answered him, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Most High our power is one Lord.
God. So that's the same thing. He's quoting this from Deuteronomy 6th chapter. 4th verse.
Alright, we'll go back to what you
But hey, that was a nice scripture also. So.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power, the Lord is one, that had recited in Hebrew the fundamental credo of Judaism.
That's a lie.
God.
Really dealing with Israelites.
God.
Okay. Judaism and the Talmud is one and the same. That was the brother rat deal with.
God.
And the way he said it in the beginning, right? That's Yiddish. Okay? That's Yiddish. And Judaism and Talmud, like I was saying, is one and the same. So they got Judaism right there. It's really supposed to be, Israelites.
God.
Instead of Judaism. Because Jews go back to the tribe of Judah. Right? And that ism means to practice something. It's a suffix means to practice something and get results. So them old gutter rats over there, they don't do what the scriptures say.
That's why you see them always trying to practice at the wailing walls and practice meaning of trying to practice Shabbat.
Well, it's all
which is all act. It's an act. Like
Yeah,
I said,
it's all an
they
act.
practice to do something, but they gon' get killed in the end.
Right.
It's all an act to deceive the masses of people like that. Yeah, it's all an act. And that's what they're practicing. They're really practicing to deceive the masses of the people.
God.
To make them think that they are the Jews. That's what they're really doing.
Not to the truth.
but they believe in the Talmud, and that's synonymous with Judaism. So, like I was saying, that should be Israelites right there.
A brief conversation then ensued in their common ancestral tongue, according to Montezinus, whose fluency in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of his three mysterious new companions. They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben and that the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby. A brief conversation then ensued in their common ancestral tongue, according to Montezinus, whose fluency in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of his three mysterious new companions. They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben, and that the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby.
But these are the records, like it was saying, and like it was saying, we had another book, Medieval Empire of the Israelites, right? And the lost tribe of the Promised Land, right? And that one is repeating the same thing, okay? But the reason why I wanted to bring it out again for the brother, because he's going into the tribe of Ephraim. So they knew Ephraim was over there. You know what I'm saying? They got the record. They knew. You know, and it was prophesied in the Bible that they were gonna come on this side. You know what I'm saying? And Columbus, he was reading the book of
God, like you said, Columbus was reading Second Ezra.
This is on page 77. All his life, Columbus's ideas about geography were permeated with a peculiar religious mysticism. He kept a book of prophecies in which he collected quotations, mostly from the Bible, often those dealing with isles far off that seemed to prophesy his own discoveries. His personal copy, still in existence today, of Pierre de Ali's Imago Mundi, a kind of Christian Plinian synthesis of world geography, contains numerous notes handwritten in the margins that are of similar religious import. A striking element in Columbus's geographical religiosity is his intense and abiding interest in the fourth or second book of Esdras.
Now you got the book of Ezra that's in the Bible. Then you got Nehemiah. That's the first book of Ezra in the Bible, right? Then you got the second book of Ezra, which is known as Nehemiah. And then in the Apocrypha, which is in the Bible, you got the third book of Ezra, but it's known to us as the second, okay? And then you got the first one. The first one is known to us as the third one, okay? In the Apocrypha. But the second one is known to us as the fourth one. So you got the Ezra in the Bible, you got Nehemiah, you got first Ezra, and you got second Ezra. And second Ezra is what he's talking about, and there is referencing, and there is talking about the fourth book of Ezra. Right?
You know what? And then I had saw that excerpt on that movie where he was talking to the guy. When he told him where he got it from, he said Ezra, that actual priest guy he was talking to, he was basically telling him, how you gonna believe that? He was like, Ezra was a Jew. How you gonna believe? That's what he was saying. If you look at the excerpt from that dude was telling me, he's like, how you gonna believe that? But you just read because Ezra was a Jew.
striking element in Columbus's geographical religiosity is his intense and abiding interest in the fourth or second book of Esdras, the two apocryphal books of Esdras.
Yeah.
Push it on the person. Operating like this.
That's the edification.
Go back.
They knew. You know what I'm saying? They knew that Columbus knew that when he was on his way over here, he knew that he was going to encounter Israelites. He knew that because he was studying, you know. And them gutter rats, when they were coming into power, I think one of the elders was saying that Ferdinand and Isabella really didn't, I don't know if they funded the first voyage or the second one, but one of the elders was saying they really didn't do that. You know, them gutter rats done it. So-called Jews done it. Because they knew the tribe was over there, man. They knew.
All right. This Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well.
God, even a fruitful bow by a well. We were just explaining that that's talking about Manasseh, right? And Manasseh being what? He was the oldest, right? And the oldest child is what? The inheritance. Have the inheritance. Give me Deuteronomy 21 step.
This Deuteronomy 21:17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he has.
So the firstborn is supposed to get a double portion of all he has. Now that son, Manasseh, was the firstborn, but it wasn't supposed to go down like that. Right?
Esau.
Yeah, that's
My God, damn.
Genesis 41, 50 to 51.
Genesis 50 and 51.
41.
Alright. Genesis chapter 41, verse 50. And unto Joseph were born two sons. Before the years of famine came, which Asenath, the daughter of Pharaoh, priest of Potiphar, priest of On, bare unto him. 51. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For Yahweh said, he had made me forget all my toil and all my father's house.
So they're showing you who was the firstborn. But right, we're going to show you later how it was switched over. We're not going to show it to you now. We'll show it to you later. Right? So, go ahead. Go back to 22.
All right. This Genesis 49:22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
It said whose branches run over the wall, right? Give me that word. I'm going to look up that word of branches. They were two symbolic of branches, man. Give me Psalms 1 and 3. You can read it when you get it.
Walk a little faster, why don't you?
Branches, right? It's a Hebrew 13:23. It says, that word says Bough, right? It says a daughter, the same sense of terms, relations, a branch. Daughter, girl, adopt, daughter, daughter-in-law. So that means if it's a daughter, Then that word Bough has got to be a misspell because the daughter in Hebrew is Banat. Sons of Bun, the daughter is Banat. But they got Bath right here, B-A-T-H. So that's a misprint right there. Yeah, that's a misprint. Yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 1, verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
So they're like, it says the branches proud, right? So it said whatever they do gonna prosper. Did not Joseph prosper when he went to Egypt? Right? Go back to 20.
Alright.
Read this.
Alright, it's Genesis 49 to 22. And Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
God, whose branches run over the wall. But Ephraim, in the 1930s, what did they do? They start coming to America. Right? Start coming over here. Go ahead.
Verse 23. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him.
We go back and read it one again. Read it over.
Alright, this is verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
Gone. Like I say, they started coming over here like in the 30s. Ephraim was like the first major tribe to come to America after Judah. But Judah was already over here. So you have a lot of, they're the so-called Puerto Rican, a lot of Ephraimites up everywhere in the States. They basically a lot of places. They started coming over in the 30s,